So I'm going to take you through a process we call the George Formeman Method, which is all about grilling your potential candidates and making sure that you take them through a step-by-step process to make sure that you're hiring those A players. I'll brush over it briefly and then I'll drill down into each section. So firstly, you need to get really clear on who it is that you're looking to hire. You want to know what is the person that would be perfect for fulfilling that role. Then you need to write the job ad and making sure that we tailor that job ad to attract the right person. You need to have the right bait to make sure that you get the right fish. Then you need to advertise the position, and we'll talk about some of the different places we advertise. And Brent mentioned Job Street and a few other websites which I'll go through, and I'll talk about the ones that I use. Then we'll do pre-screening of resumes. So once we start to get the flood of people coming through, what do we do to screen through those people? Then I have a questionnaire, an initial hoop to get them to jump through, just making sure that they respond and they've got good English skills and those types of things. Then we give them a little task. So it's another little hurdle to jump over. So if you imagine the funnel, effectively what I'm setting up here is this funnel, and at each step as we move down, we're getting closer to those A players, closer to that perfect candidate. Then after they complete the task, then we go to a top grading style interview. And that's what I was talking about, Brad Smart. His book called Top Grading, definitely worth reading, and it's all about a process for asking questions and making sure that they're ticking certain boxes. So as you can see, it's very much a step-by-step method. So firstly, you need to know what it is that you want to get done. And Pete talks about this all the time, the idea that there's no difference between working online and working offline. Online businesses and offline businesses really should be treated the same. A lot of people think for some reason, because I'm working with an online business, that the rules are somehow different. If you look at offline businesses, what do? Before they go and hire, they make sure that they write an appropriate job description. They make sure that they write what it is that needs to be done. And they've got a step-by-step process, but a lot of people when they go online don't do that. So get really clear on what it is that you want to have done and how long will it take as well. I think this is something Pete talked about. We were talking about that. I don't know if you want to chime in there. Yeah, so Pete was the idea of mapping out a week for someone before they actually start. So as part of this job description phase, make sure that you plan out what it is that they're going to be working on for a week. Because there's nothing worse than hiring someone and then them twiddling their thumbs. You want to keep them busy, but you don't want to start assigning tasks to them just for the sake of keeping them busy. And I was very much in that trap for a little while where I had these people on staff and I was just finding work for them to keep them busy. And I was not focused on the outcome. I was really task focused. So I was thinking about, I want to make sure that I give them the right tasks, as opposed to I've got a project with an outcome that I need delivered upon, and then making sure that they're working towards that as opposed to just keeping them busy. So make sure that you clearly line out their week, how their week's going to look, and then you move into writing the job description. And I'll take you through some job descriptions. I've got some documentation that I'll show you that we use, but what tasks are they going to be doing, what's going to be required of them.